Hey guys, Sasabob here. Now, while most kids grew up watching shows like SpongeBob or Phineas and Ferb, some of us weren't so lucky. In fact, growing up I had it especially rough. I don't like to talk about this a lot, but I was actually raised by the streets. And by that, of course, I do mean Sesame Street. I didn't have cable growing up. Very traumatic childhood, I know. Luckily, kids today don't have to face this same issue, as all the best kids content is online these days. I mean, why would you want to watch SpongeBob when you can watch Giant Lightning McQueen egg surprised with 100+ Disney car toys?
He can't go anywhere!
He's stuck?
Yeah!
I'd like to introduce to you guys Ryan from Ryan's World, formerly known as Ryan's Toy Reviews. It's a relatively small YouTube channel with a humble 38 million subscribers that focuses on easily digestible kids content. You know, it's the kind of stuff parents give their iPad kids to shut them up at restaurants.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for the coffee, Ryan. But I'm still really hungry. How about some big chicken sandwich or a hamburger?
Okay.
Now, this might seem like kind of a silly premise for a YouTube channel, but that is until you see the kind of numbers they're putting up. Do you guys remember that silly little egg video I mentioned from before? Yeah, that video has over 1 billion views, with their most viewed video having over 2 billion views. Do you guys realize how crazy that is? I mean, that's literally like a quarter of the world's population, or to put it into another perspective, like double what I got in my bank account right now. However, that was 8 years ago. Fast forward to today, and this same channel struggles to get over 100,000 views, with some of their more recent videos having under 50,000 views, which is just crazy considering even I have a video with more views than that. Now, I recognize that it's super petty to compare my best performing video to their worst performing video, but I'm sorry, if you have close to 40 million subscribers, you should never even come close to losing to Sasabob. I mean, that guy can barely light his videos properly. But how exactly does one go from making millions to getting mogged by Sasabob? Well, to answer that, I'm going to show you guys 2 different clips, and just let me know if you can spot the difference.
Hi, Ryan.
Hi, Mommy.
What are we gonna play today?
Guess the engine.
Careful.
I got it!
Careful. Oh, good job. All right, what's next?
Alright, so what? He got a little bit older. What's the big deal? A lot of things get better with age, like fine wines and cheeses or Ryan Gosling. I mean, this guy's literally the LeBron James of kids content. Sure, he might not be in his prime anymore, but he's still out there throwing elbows and reviewing Hot Wheels with the best of them. But just like LeBron, you gotta ask, how much longer can he really keep doing this? I mean, he's 13 now, which might be slightly too old to be playing with kids' toys.
I get too old for this shit.
Yeah, I gotta admit, a literal teenager playing with toys on camera is kinda weird. I mean, give it a couple years and they're gonna have to change the whole name of the channel to Ryan's Adult Toy Reviews. Ooh, actually, you know what? Now that I hear that out loud, maybe don't call it that. But still, maybe bro should just retire. I mean, he's probably the only kid his age rocking bags under his eyes. And this whole sentiment is kind of echoed by the internet community as a whole. If you look up Ryan's Toy Reviews on TikTok, it's all just memes like, why won't they let Unc retire?
999,998. 999,999. 1 million. Morning workout complete.
But this does raise a good question. Why can't he just retire? And surprise, surprise, the answer is 'cause money. But surely he can't be blowing that much money on V-Bucks every month, so what's going on here? And I think this is the perfect time to introduce the true mastermind behind Ryan's World, his parents.
Welcome back to another episode of the Stick with Kaji podcast. I'm Loanne.
And I'm Sean.
And you can follow me on Instagram.
So before we go any further, we obviously have to address the elephant in the room here. Why is his dad rocking a middle schooler's haircut? Sasabob, don't you think you're being a little mean here? Yeah, maybe you're right. Or at least you would be right if it wasn't for the fact that, tell me why I literally had this exact same haircut in middle school, bro. I swear to God, you line up me, 2000s Bieber, and this dude, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference.
Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. They're the same picture.
You know, if it wasn't for the fact that he's actively exploiting his son for views, I'd almost feel bad for roasting him, because the parents are very involved in the making of his videos. They not only produce them, but as well as star in them, which, yeah, is just as cringe as it sounds.
Hey guys, these are all the money I accumulated from YouTube revenue. It's all in here. It's nice and safe. Nobody knows. Don't tell anybody. Give me the key! No!
Damn, bro, anything to secure that bag, I guess. But it's not just this one channel either, as they have a whole YouTube media empire pumping out content, as well as stuff like brand deals, comic books, and a bunch of other shit like that. I swear, their content is more monetized than a Korean gacha game. And all of this culminated to its natural conclusion with the release of a movie. That's right, the Rye Guy has got his own feature film, so you just know how to check it out. So yesterday, I went ahead and watched the whole thing, and here's my review. Take it away yesterday, Sasabob. Hey, thanks present day, Sasabob. So, step one was obviously to find the movie, right? And let's say that, hypothetically, I wanted to watch it for free because I'm cheap. So, theoretically, I tried to watch it on 123 Movies. Well, turns out this movie is so bad it can't even be pirated, which is never a good sign. So I was left with no other choice than to buy it. You know what's crazy? It's $15 to be a proud owner of this film. I mean, for that price, you could just get like a monthly subscription to Netflix or Hulu. I mean, I guess technically you could just rent it for like $5.99, but come on, really? I'm probably going to end up watching it every day anyway, so really it just makes more financial sense to buy it. But either way, I would still appreciate you guys hitting that subscribe button to help avenge my $14.99. Alrighty, let's get this bad boy over with. I'll check back in with you guys when I'm done with the movie. Okay, bye-bye, see you guys soon.
1 hour later.
Wow, what a movie. I honestly don't even know where to begin, so I think I'm just going to show you guys a compilation of some of my favorite live reactions. Is he supposed to be likable as the main character? I'm so confused. What the fuck? Their dad's a furry, question mark? Honestly, the bad guy had some valid points though, is all I'm saying. Oh my god, it's finally over. Let's go! Thank Christ. Alright, I'm now going to attempt to break down the plot of this cinematic masterpiece for you guys. So basically, Ryan finds this like rare comic book and takes it home, and then his sisters end up getting trapped inside the comic book, so he has to go in as well to find them. Then he ends up fighting with the main bad guy, whose motivation is literally just that his sister loves Ryan more than she loves him, which is just unreal levels of glazing. That's not even where it ends, because I'm fully convinced this movie just exists to hype up Ryan. I mean, any interaction he has with anyone outside his family is literally just, oh my god, you're Ryan from Ryan's World, can I get an autograph, can I get a picture? Not to mention the fact that all of his like weird egg toys are littered literally everywhere over every scene. And the craziest part is, Ryan might be the most unlikable person in this whole movie. His whole character arc is that he's just kind of a dick to his sisters, and he doesn't really do or say anything funny, and yet every other character can't stop talking about how much they love him. It's like he only exists for the other characters to worship him. It's really weird. Overall, I'd say this movie was basically just a collection of bright colors and loud sounds that could probably distract a 3-year-old for an hour if you needed it to, which, if what's the goal, was a complete success. But if their goal was to make money, not so much, as it didn't even come close to making back its $10 million budget. So now that my sanity has been thoroughly destroyed, I wanted to take some time to focus more on Ryan's parents. Now, this might seem counterintuitive, but we're going to take a look at an interview with Ryan himself. The only catch is, despite the title making it seem like it's an interview with Ryan, he only speaks like 5 times during the whole hour-long video, and every time he does speak, he's almost immediately cut off by one of his parents.
I'm curious, like, what do you want to be when you grow up?
When I grow up, I want to be like an animator. I think it's really fun to do because like the drawing, and then like at the end you get to see the whole thing, and it's really cool to see how it changes over time.
Yeah, you're in the front line seeing the each process of animation in a way, because first,
Despite Ryan getting cut off, this clip does give us some important character development. I don't know if you guys noticed, but it's official. The dad finally has a normal haircut. I know, this is a big moment for all of us. So I ended up watching the entire interview, and I gotta say I have very mixed feelings about it, because on one hand, they said and did all the right things, but it also kind of gave off like propaganda type vibes. I mean, it's not exactly a secret that they've been catching a lot of criticism online lately, and I see this interview as a kind of way for them to go on the defensive. The main criticism online of Ryan's World is that it's unfair for his parents to keep forcing him to make content, so it would only make sense that their main talking point is that they're doing everything possible to make sure Ryan has a normal childhood.
But we want to make sure, the YouTube doesn't become just majority of Ryan's, daily life. So one thing we prioritize his schoolwork and his private life.
But the problem is, he's quite literally not a child anymore. I mean, he's 13, he's technically a teenager. Yet despite this, his parents are still desperately trying to hold on to this childlike image for the sake of the channel. Like how their profile picture is still him from when he was 5, or how they keep re-uploading old videos in compilation format in order to recycle content. But I still think the most disturbing part of this interview is how Ryan barely talks. He kinda just sits there like an NPC. He's clearly very well media trained. He only speaks when he's spoken to, and all of his answers sound like ChatGPT responses. Even when there are times where it seems like he should interject to add context or, God forbid, his own opinion, he just sits there with a blank expression on his face, probably wishing he was back home playing Call of Duty with the boys.
We wanted to put in the theater, we put in the streaming after, so we can set the certain budget.
To help show you guys exactly what I'm talking about, this next clip I'm about to show you, Ryan's mom literally says, "I'm not sure what his opinion is on this thing." So instead of giving his opinion, he just sits there motionless.
He might not think, I don't know how he feels about college, but we have expressed that that's the goal that we want for him, is to attend college.
What do you mean you don't know how he feels about college? He's literally right there, just ask him. Better yet, imagine if there was this weird new format where there was a person with a microphone who would ask him questions, and then Ryan also had a microphone and he could answer their questions. You know, kind of like an interview, except maybe without these people. Okay, it's gotten to the point of the video where I can't tell if I'm making valid points or just ranting, so I think it's best for both of us if we probably just wrap this up. In conclusion, Ryan is a child star who has outgrown his own brand, while his parents desperately pretend otherwise. Based on his lack of enthusiasm, I think it's pretty safe to say Ryan doesn't want to make content anymore, or at least kids content, and it's kind of messed up that his parents keep making him do it, especially when the solution to both their problems is super obvious. You see, Ryan has 2 younger sisters, so why not just swap them out and make them the face of the channel? I mean, I get that it's called Ryan's World, but come on, kids aren't exactly known for their brand loyalty. Plus, maybe having 2 stars instead of 1 could help alleviate some of the pressure that made Ryan look like he was having a midlife crisis at the ripe old age of 10. I think that's pretty much going to do it for today's video. Thanks for watching. If you guys liked the video, then don't forget to hit that like button. Or if you guys really liked the video, then consider smashing that subscribe button for even more internet shenanigans. But yeah, peace out homies. See you guys next video.